Rutherford H. Platt Jr. wrote the preface in New York in August 1927. Today the medley of outward life has made a perplexity of inward life. We moderns have ruffled our old incertitudes to an absurd point, incertitudes that are older than theology. Not without justification have priests mounted altars for generations and cried, "O my soul, why dost thou trouble me?" We are active, restless, both in body and mind. Curiosity has replaced blind faith. We grow groping, peering, searching, scornful of dogmas. Further back to sources. And just as the physicist thrills at the universes he discovers as he works inward in the quest of his electrons, so the average man exults in his apprehension of fundamentals of psychology. New cults spring up, attesting to the truth as they see it. Countless fleets of theism, Buckmanism, Theosophy, Baha'ism, etc. sail under brightly colored flags, and atheism is flaunting itself on the horizon. Well, not so much, more of a practical atheism. I've talked to a lot of people who claim to be atheists, but they really aren't. They just don't want to be part of what they call organized religion. Almost the passengers have turned pilots. Every man is thinking for himself. The findings here in this strange volume bring the reader into a large inland sea, cut off from the traffic and tempests that have sprung up in the West, and untouched by the cross-currents of dogmas and presumptions that have cluttered historic centuries. Here is virgin water that gushes, troubled by abysmal forces only, out of the very earth itself. Whence are these writings, these emotions, these profound pages of wisdom? You might as well inquire, whence is human nature? The fact is, they are. It isn't as though you can compare this literature with any other as you might compare the French Romanticists with the Russian school. If you do so, this man may say it is too fantastic. That man, it is too coarse. The other man, it is too out of date. And they straightway lose all sight of the fact that it is simply fundamental. To be sure, scholars will argue and inquire. They would find the exact history, the shape of this or that Greek stem. They would set the opinion of this erudite authority against the opinion of that. It is right that they, as scholars, should do so. It is right that the average man who is not a scholar should also do so, if he wants to, and should not have to do so if he does not want to. It is, however, only just to pay a tribute to the scholarship which has preceded and made possible this book. The publishers are indispensably indebted to the Apocrypha and the Pseudo-Epigrapha, edited by R.H. Charles, D. Litt, Doctor of Divinity, the Odes and Psalms of Solomon by Dr. Rendell Harris, the Book of Adam and Eve by the Reverend S.C. Malan, Doctor of Divinity, published in England in 1882, which is not the same thing as what Mark Twain wrote, but Mark Twain also wrote a representation. The Enochian magic stuff isn't quite the same thing as... It's a list of experiences, but it's not, that's for another playlist, right? It is appropriate to leave this book in your hands with the invocation of Sun Paladin, which Conrad has translated for us. Sun Paladin believed in astrology, spirits of the air, elves, nymphs, and everything that is deliciously fantastic. However, he did say, "O nature, indulgent mother, forgive. Open your arms to the sun, prodigal and weary. So, son with a O, not a U. I have attempted to tear asunder the veil you have hung to conceal from us the pain of life, and I have been wounded by the mystery. Some things left out. A Oedipus halfway to finding the word of the enigma. Young Faust, regretting already the simple life, the life of the heart. I come back to you repentant, reconciled. O gentle deceiver. Adam and Eve, Solomon, Pharaoh, Aristeus, Ahikar, and the 12 intellectual giants. We come back to you.